Ah, Sai Ram to one and all. Hope everybody is having a safe and restful COVID vacation like this. So let's start back straight. Hands in mudra position, whatever is your favorite mudra. Close your eyes, take a deep breath in. Sai-Ram. So, welcome to our continuation of creation. Today I want to talk about prana and the 5 Vayus, the 5 life breaths. Now first we should understand what prana is. Prana, we say, is the life energy of the body. If you take a look in the Bible, you'll find that in Genesis chapter 2, it talks about that God took the dust of the earth and breathed the breath of life into the dust, and it became man. So that breath of God is called prana. Prana is the life force of this universe. It's almost the equivalent to Brahman. Everything that exists because of prana. There's a story to exemplify that. Now, one time, the various organ systems of the body were debating who's the greatest. So we had the blood, the circulation system with the veins and the arteries. They were arguing with the stomach. And they were saying, what? We carry all of this energy to the body. Without us carrying the energy, the cells will not get the nutrients so that they can grow, and they can, through cell metabolization, can give energy to the body. We're very important. And the stomach says, what? You're important. If I don't digest the food, you won't get the energy to supply it to the cells. So I'm more important. Hearing the discussion that was going on in the lower part of the body, the mouth said, what are you talking about? If I don't chew the food, if I don't masticate it and provide saliva for it to first digest it, and then if I don't send it down to you, what will you, stomach, do? You have no nutrition to give. Then the hand said, what are you talking about, mouth? If I don't give the food into the mouth, where will you be? You don't have anything to chew. So like this, they were all arguing, each one thinking that they were more important than the other. Finally, Prana said, okay, I've had enough of this argumentation. I'll just go. Then, immediately all of the organs, all of the systems in the body said, no, wait. Because if you go, we all are gone. You please stay. You're the greatest of them all. So remember, without prana, we're nothing. And it is at the time of our death, when prana leaves the body, that we understand that prana is a life force in our body. So prana is very important. There's a saying, what happens above happens below. What happens outside happens inside. We can understand it if we take a look at when a baby is first born, we do an astrological chart to determine how the alignment of the stars and the constellations are. And then from that, we're able to tell the gunas, the qualities, the vasanas of the baby, how the baby will be. Remember the story of the Buddha. In the Buddha story, when king and queen gave a birth, they immediately did an astrological chart. And those who interpret that said, oh, great king, your son will become a great king, or he'll become a great mendicant, a great sannyasi. And like that. Siddhartha became the Buddha, became a great sannyasi. So like that, what happens above also is reflected within. Another example, if you take the story in the Bible of Jesus, in Jesus' birth, if you remember, there were 3 wise men from different kingdoms, neighboring kingdoms to Israel. And they all came together. They were surprised to see each other because they came from different parts. They didn't know about each other. And they said, "Why have you come?" And one king said, "Well, I'm an astrologer. I saw some great thing was happening in heaven. And whatever happens in heaven that is great, something great will come on earth also." And like that, the star, the Christmas star, was a reflection of the birth of Jesus. Like that. So what happens in heaven happens on earth. Now take the sun. The sun is really the living God, or the visible God in this universe, is it not? The sun supplies us light, energy, warmth, does it not? Without which we cannot live. Look at all the food that comes as a result of the sun through the process of photosynthesis. Look at all of the water that comes as a result of the natural sun heating up the oceans and evaporating the water, coming into the clouds then giving off the rain forming rivulets and rivers, and then going back to the ocean. That whole cycle, water cycle, is because of the sun. And if the sun is not giving us warmth, we'll freeze to death. So all those 3 things are very important. So sun gives us, first, light. Then it gives us energy. And finally gives us warmth. If we take a look at this, light represents wisdom. And who's the goddess of wisdom? Yes, correct, Saraswati. She's also the goddess of talking, walk, sound. Then you take a look at energy. Energy is like life. Who's that person who was able to bring life back to her husband? Savitri, correct. She represents the life. And finally, love is represented by Gayatri. The warmth of the sun is the love. You know, all the babies want the warmth of the mother. So we have sun giving off these 3 major ingredients. And what is that major ingredient that the sun is giving, that is giving life? It's called prana. Prana comes from the sun. It's on, all of the plants receive it, the earth receives it, we receive it. So it's necessary when we breathe in, we're breathing in pranic energy also. So Vayu carries the prana. Even when we walk barefoot on the ground, we're picking up the energy from the ground. That's prana also. So prana is very important for our life. We couldn't live without prana. Without prana, we would not be. So prana, when we breathe in, circulates in our body through 5 vayus, 5 airs. When we breathe in, we're breathing in prana. When we breathe out, it's called apana. That balance of the in-breath and the out-breath is called samana. And it goes out to various parts of our body through vayana. And lastly, it goes up the spine as udana. Udana, that energy will come up the spine to the head, to the sahasrara, and out the Brahmarand. This is where God, in the Upanishad says, God, prana, originally comes through the body, through that Brahmarand. We can see that also. It is said that when we sleep, we get a lot of prana. We'll talk about that in a minute. We say when we do pranayama, when we're breathing in, we're also taking in prana, like this. So prana circulates in our body through these 5 aspects. Right? I like that. In meditation, the 5th part of meditation is to concentrate on the breath. Breath is life. We're concentrating on that breath, which is prana, which is our life force, our life source. Take a deep breath in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace to this body, peace to this mind, peace to my heart within. Thank you, God. Thank you, dear Lord. Thank you, dear Lord, for everything. Jai Bolo Sadguru Sai Shankar Ki Jai.